Ball in. Come on, Greavesy. Yeah!
It's time for the double. Tigers take on the Canaries, Yorkshire takes on Norfolk, and 10th takes on 11th. A win would take us mere points off playoffs, a draw would still be fantastic, and a loss is expected. Today will be tough, intimidating, and a great atmosphere, but can the Tigers get the underdog story complete with a win against the Canaries?
Yes, today is massive as Hull City take on Norwich City in the 32nd round of the most exciting and most competitive league in the world, the EFL Championship. With the Tigers on the back of 3 straight clean sheets, only 1 loss in 10 games, and Benjamin Tete finally back from his suspension, as well as Norwich losing the last 2, a 3-0 loss to Burnley and a 1-0 loss to Bristol. Today is such a good chance for Hull and the underdogs to take the Canaries by surprise. But as always, here's all the information you need to know about tonight's 7:45 PM kickoff.
Today, we take a look at the hosts and underperforming former Premier League side Norwich City. Norwich have had a difficult start to the season, as they currently sit 10th in the Championship, with 13 wins, 6 draws and 12 losses. The Canaries will hope to ease past the Tigers in hopes to keep their playoff ambitions possible.
Now we move on to the history between the two sides, and I must say it actually is really close. Now they played each other on 40 occasions, with the Tigers winning 16 times, Norwich winning 14 times, and respectively 10 games that ended in a draw. The last competitive fixture ended in a 2-1 win to the Tigers, and what a performance and what a result that was. An Oscar Estupinian brace cancelled out Nunez's free kick, and I tell you what, if we can replicate that today, there'll be limbs in that away end. Today, well, we take a 1-minute walk to the stadium, really. I'm here at a hotel with my family. They'll be watching it from the bedroom window. I'll be in the stands. But realistically, it's a brilliant stadium. But a bit of a shame, really, that they'll stick the away fans right next to the hotel. It's not a problem for me, but if you're a home fan watching it from a hotel, you're going to get a bit of grief. Well then, that's enough from me at my hotel room. I'll see you once we get inside the stadium and there to watch the boys in black and amber hopefully secure all 3 points from Carrow Road. I'll see you all very soon and hopefully we'll get the win. Up the Tigers!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome. After a quick 30-second walk, we're in Carrow Road, we're in the stadium, and what a gorgeous stadium it is. I'm going to be completely frank with you, I'm a little bit nervous, I'm very excited, and to be honest, this is the most optimistic I've been against a top 6 championship side since the start of the season. Norwich are in awful form, they're only 1 place above us in the league, and we've only lost 1 game in 10. This is going to be the underdog story. And I really do think we're going to get this 3 points and go home happy. Well, I say go home, go to the hotel bedroom happy. Now the time is currently 7:15, 30 minutes till kick-off, and the lineup was announced yonks ago. I had a clue what I was doing, but 4 massive changes for Hull City, and I'm not sure what to make of it. Ozan Tufan dropped, which is very understandable due to what's happening in Turkey and Syria. Callum Elder dropped, which I think is really undeserved. He's been fantastic the last 2 games. And Ryan Woods comes into the squad, Jacob Greaves comes into the squad, Ryan Longman comes into the squad, and so does Benjamin Tete following his suspension. I don't know what to make of it, but I have full faith in Liam Senior. Let's not waffle too much. Without further ado, here's your lineup to take on Norwich City at Carrow Road. In goal, Matt Ingram, today's left back and net captain Jacob Greaves, the 2 in centre backs Alfie Jones and Sean McLaughlin, today's right back Cyrus Christie, in midfield Jean-Michel Seri, Regan Slater and Ryan Woods, and up front Oscar Estupinian and Benjamin Tete. And Ryan Longman. I do apologise Ryan, I couldn't see your name on team sheet, pal. So, a very strange lineup. I don't think anyone would have predicted that. But to be honest with you, I can see us starting with a 4-3-3 formation. Ryan Longman, Ben Tete on the wings, and Oscar Estupinian up front. But for me, I think it's too soon to bring Ben Tete in. You know, he hasn't played a football game for 2 months now. Well, bit of an exaggeration, maybe a month and a half. We need to get him, I know he'll be training, but we need to get him back into match fitness before we can start him for me. But I mean, it's not really the whole lineup we should be worried about. It's that Norwich lineup. Looking at that gives me nightmares. That is a Premier League side. Max Aarons is Premier League quality. He was linked to Bayern Munich and Man United not that long ago. I'm starting to get very nervous. Josh Sargent, again, another Premier League quality player. Timo Pukki won Premier League Player of the Month last season, was it? Maybe 2 seasons ago. Oh. Well, then again, anyone can win anyone in the Championship, so we have to keep optimistic. Today, we're joined by a special guest. We're joined here by Lewis. Now, Lewis, massive game, massive opposition, very nerve-wracking. Are you optimistic? No? Fair enough. Straight to the point. What's your score predictions? 1-1. 2-1 Norwich, yeah. To be honest with you, I agree. 1-1 would be brilliant. A loss is expected. I like show on a football game. You're getting your money's worth. And here we have it. I'll start it before the opening music starts. But Hull City take on Norwich City in the 32nd round of the EFL Championship. The atmosphere is incredible. A packed out away end, a packed out home end. It's going to be electric. The stadium's on fire. Hopefully Oscar's on fire. Well, I say the stadium. We're getting a bit of a light show here. It's beautiful to look at. Hopefully the game's beautiful to look at. Come on, City. And it will be number 17 for Norwich. I believe it's Onel Hernandez to kick-start the first half. Brilliant stadium, brilliant fans. I don't really appreciate the music every 2 minutes though. Usually we're going to have a field day with copyright in this video. Come on, City. What a Ryan. Go on, good ball in. Go on! Ball in. Go on, Greavesy! Yeah! Jacob Greaves! Yeah! Jacob Greaves! Come on! An incredible corner. Cross-whipped in by Regan Slater. Edge of the box. Ryan was just shushing the fans. We're absolutely loving it. And the half volley. Top corner. We're absolutely laughing. Only more from now. Go on, City. To be honest with you, being fully Norwich City. 100% full Norwich City. We've had 2 opportunities and we've taken one of them. And that's the thing about football. It's not about how well you play. You get a scrubbing 1-0 win, people will remember it by that. Go on, City. Well in Ryan. Still need to be very careful about their attack. It's been incredible so far. Well, so sorry. And the moment lived long, but not long enough. And here's the goal music. I'll have to speak loudly. Hey, we're keeping our head up. We're keeping going. We're at square one, so we can just pretend it's still 0-0. Brilliant goal, to be honest. It took a deflection. We all stood watching it as it dipped into the top corner. Gutting. But we're still in this. And they will have the momentum, but that's not to worry about. All sorts of mauled by the Tiger signs by the Norwich fans. Brilliant. Half an hour into the game and a very hectic first 30 minutes. Neither team can really get a foot on the ball. But with the opportunities and the possession, Norwich have been the better team. To be honest, a player like Malcolm Ebiowei would be perfect in this scenario. It's not about who can get on the ball and play lovely football. It's about a little bit of skill, a little bit of magic, a little Cruyff turn here and there to get us into a position to get a goal. Once again, Sean McLaughlin and Alfie Jones, absolutely incredible today. We've got Baresi and Maldini at the back, absolutely brilliant. I'm not 100% sure who Norwich's goal took a deflection from. I think it was Alfie Jones. But either way, he's been incredible. And if he doesn't win man of the match against the performance against Stoke, then it's rigged. Go on, Regan. Oh, come on, Red. Come on, Red. No, that's not even being biased. That. Oh, come on. That's no disrespect to Norwich, but that's a clear foul. 40 minutes in, and I'll tell you what, it's not looking good. Norwich has had full control for the last 10-15 minutes. And the problem is we're not inviting pressure onto them. We'll get the ball and we just sort of watch them, hope they come to us. But then it's completely the opposite. When Surrey gets the ball, they invite pressure onto us and we don't create any options. Ah, dear. Anyway, we can still nick it. I'm still optimistic. We haven't been playing poorly at all. Just need to put a little bit more effort in. As I said last video, an extra 10% would get us over the line. We didn't give that and it's stayed a 0-0 draw. Oh, is Josh Sargent. Fair play to Ryan Woods. Put his body on the line for that one. 45th minute, 1 minute of added time. Just hold out for a 0-0 until half time. And see what Liam Rossini can say to the players to get them going again. We need a little bit more motivation, I think. Well, we need a lot of things at the moment. There we have it, half time. I'll see you in a minute. Half time here at Carrow Road. What was a very entertaining first 15 minutes has turned into a bit of a nightmare for Hull City. Half time 1-1. And we talk about the opening goal first. A half volley by Jacob Greaves. Incredible goal, incredible limbs. I'm hoping my mum got it on camera. Who knows? On to the second goal and the equaliser. And it was coming. Norwich dominated the play for 10-15 minutes. We were all starting to worry the worst would have happened. And it did. That number 23, I think it's McLean. Incredible player, Premier League quality, I tell you what. Been bossing midfield for Norwich, been bossing the game. And I think it was him that had the shot and it was taking a deflection off Alfie Jones and unfortunately dipped over Matt Ingram. Now for me, all we had to do was put an extra 10% motivation into that. We usually put in 100% effort and we have done today. But I think we could push a little bit more. This is a top 6 championship quality side. For me, a Premier League quality side, and we're drawing against them. And to be honest with you, it doesn't look like we've been battered at all. We take a look at the bench, and for me, this is the best bench we've had for a couple of seasons now. Malcolm Ebioe has to take Ryan Longman's place. No offence to Ryan, he's gave 110%. 110% effort. But for me, Malcolm Ebioe has that quality that we need in this game. I've said it earlier. You know, we don't want to be looking for Brexit balls, possession, trying to win by passing it round. We just need a little bit of luck, a little bit of magic, a little bit of an ability to get us that 1-0. Also on the bench we've got Ozan Tufan, we've got Callum Elder, Greg Doherty, we've got Figueiredo and Carl Darlow as well. Can't see them getting minutes on the pitch, but you never know. Maybe throw Carl Darlow up for a corner. He's about 6'5". 90th minute, what a winner. But for me, we've got so much quality on the bench that we could really use to get 3 points here. And we can do this, because although Norwich have been the better team, they haven't had many opportunities to get a win. And for me, we've probably had the better opportunities. Regan Slater has been fantastic today. Running for everything, putting 120% effort in. I'm loving my percentages today. Just before we talk a little bit more about the second half, I do have to mention the fact that Figueiredo is not in the Matchday squad. And I think it's time over. He's only been at the club for about 6 months. And he was a starter. He started the first 10-15 games. And then since that Swansea game, dropped off massively. Got to the bench. Sean McLaughlin, Alfie Jones come in. Fantastic. And for me, it's probably the Portuguese second division for him next season. And it pains me to say it because he's actually a lovely guy despite the stern face. For the second half, I just think we need to work on our possession and probably our passing. Looked a little bit sloppy today. But then again, I'm very negative sometimes. We have to take the positives. We're drawing against a championship, top-end team, who, yeah, maybe not being the best of forms, but an incredible team nonetheless. And I think we can nick this. Just need a little bit more positivity and motivation. And hopefully, we hold out for the 3 points. Right, I'll see you all in the second half. Come on, City. There's work to do. But it's far from over yet. Come on. And it will be number 19, Oscar Estubin and the Colombian magician to kickstart the second half for City. Let's see what we've got in us. Come on, the boys. Go on, Cyrus, hit it, son. That's better football. Oh, that's a poor ball, that there. Well in, Sean. Very poor mistake, giving it away too easily there. Come on. Go on. Over top. Ah, we lost momentum now. All the way back. I think that's the only thing we really need to work on. Driving up the pitch quicker, I suppose. My heart dropped. My heart honestly dropped. It's going to clip one of these times for them. Oh, dear me. And it's well deserved. Onel Hernandez, 100% their best player today. Him and James McLean, absolutely incredible. I can't say it's not been coming. They've had 2 or 3 opportunities now, and they've taken them. Absolutely gutting, but it had been coming. They've now got the motivation to go get 3 or 4. But we haven't dropped our head. Oh, we haven't as well. Substitution for City, and we brought off Jean-Michel Seri, arguably our best player, bringing on possibly an unfit Demetrius Pelkas. How fun. Might as well get an early night in. We've also brought off Oscar Estupinian. Oh, I just can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered. We're taking off Jean-Michel Seri and Oscar. Greg Doherty's coming on though. I like Greg. Nice guy. In terms of the performance before that goal, and it was fully Norwich, it seemed that our possession was getting a lot better. We were, lacking that bit of motivation. We got the ball, and just like under Liam Rosenior and under a bit like Shota, we just pass it back, which is brilliant when it works, and it had worked, but it loses all momentum we have. Oh, let's just hope we can work our way back into the game. And we're passing it back again. Brill. Fair play to the Norwich fans, been singing for the full game, especially that group in the top right corner. Some of the best fans we've seen all season, to be honest with you. Packed out home atmosphere on a Tuesday night when they're struggling. Fair play to you all. And he's offside! Offside, free kick. Oh, my heart dropped again. I think it was a foul. Grant Hanley either pulled him down or something like that. But they don't care. They're just happy to be 2-1 up. And fair play to them. And here he goes again. Good save, Matt. 3-1 written all over it. No, he's missed the blooming target. Oh dear. Now from my angle it looked quite close, but I'm sure when we see the replay, something maybe not to be proud of. Mind you, you should be proud you're 2-1 up. Go on, Regan. Regan Slater, an incredible player. Oh, go on. Please, Greg. Oh, Cyrus, someone do something. Oh. 67th minute and a double substitution for Hull City, and it is needed. The 2 players that should have started are coming on the pitch. Malcolm Ebiowei coming on, Regan Slater coming off. Another player I think should have stayed on the pitch, but I trust Liam Rosenior. And then the second substitution, Ozan Tufan coming on, obviously with what's happened in Turkey and with Syria. It's understandable why he didn't start, but it's brilliant to see him back on the pitch. And coming off is Ryan Woods. It's been alright. Some moments he showed a lot of quality, some moments he looks quite sloppy. I mean, the way they're playing their football, it's incredible to watch. Maybe not as an opposition fan, but it's still nice football. He's kept that in. He passes to him, he dribbles around a few, and Cyrus crystal clear. 75th minute, it's just looking worse. I mean, Norwich have had chances to get 3 or 4 here. And to be honest, when we get an opportunity, we create a silly foul or we give it away. Or when we have the momentum to go for a counter-attack, Matt Ingram holds it for 6 seconds, which is the maximum he's allowed. It just does me head in. I know we can do better than we have done. Matt Ingram's given the ball away for the 4th time in 2 minutes. And you have to feel for him. You really do. The Carl Darlow chance have already started and he hasn't even stepped up on the pitch for Hull City. That's the problem with being a goalkeeper. It's so hard, you work so hard to get first choice. And then a matter of one game where you make a mistake could cost your career. That's a bit extreme from me. It doesn't cost your career. It could cost your season though. 78th minute then. And the 5th and final substitution for Hull City. It's a straight swap. Bring on Louis Coyle and take off Cyrus Christie. Again, one I don't particularly understand, but we need fresh legs on the pitch. Louis Coyle will take the armband. And I bet you Jacob Greaves is gutted. There we have it. Louis Coyle screamer. Oh, he's gone down. Appeals for a penalty. I'll have to watch that back, but I wouldn't be too sure. Mind you, Max Aarons is a quality player, honestly. How he's not in the Premier League wows me. And then we pass it back. And then can we pass it back? We can't. We'll take the free kick. Going into the game today, bye-bye. I knew we were the underdogs, but honestly I had that little bit of hope, a little bit of optimism that we go and pull off the underdog story and get the 3 points and edge closer to that playoffs. But at the moment the Canaries are playing a group of headless parrots. But hopefully these headless parrots can stick their head back on and get a goal. Then I'll regret everything I said. And to the exits the whole fan goes. 3-1, 3 points to Norwich and game is over. A very poor display. Oh, I'm gutted to be honest with you. And off to the exit they all head. And they're waving goodbye to us, how pleasant. They deserve it, they were the better team and their 3 finishes have been incredible. Oh dear. 90th minute and there's 4 minutes of added time. 5-1 Norwich. You know, not all hope has gone out of me. I still think we could, you know, possibly make it 3-2. There's still possibilities, but I think it's game over. And to be honest, you're going to lose some, you're going to win some. And Norwich have just clicked today. They've been in poor form for the last 2 games, and it was bound to happen. Oh dear. I'll see if there's any more goals or action. I'll see you at full time. Come on City. Full time, Hull City 1, Norwich City 3. A very, very poor showing and a very poor display. No matter what, we'll clap the players and we'll show our support. You can't win every week. I'll see when we get inside the hotel room. Oh dear me.
Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen. The reason I'm smiling is because it's been a brilliant day out, but the result, very, very poor. Hull City 1, Norwich City 3, and a lot to improve on. We start off with the first goal, and luckily for us, it was a Hull City goal. Jacob Greaves, I will not be shaving my hair off this time, but a brilliant goal nonetheless. It came from a corner, Regan Slater whips it in, gets it on his head, straight to Jacob Greaves on the half volley, beauty as you like. As soon as that hit the net, I honestly thought we were going to batter them. I thought it was going to be a brilliant result and we could go home happy, or in my case, go to the hotel buzzing. On to the next 3 goals, and not good 3 goals. 3 for Norwich. It started off with Kieran Powell. It says it was from Kieran Dowell. Sorry, Kieran Dowell. My mum's had to correct me there. How embarrassing is that? For me, it was an Alfie Jones own goal. It took a deflection off him, but that'll look better for Alfie Jones saying it was Kieran Dowell. The second goal was from Gabriel Sara, and I can't even remember it. I don't know what happened. I think it was a good goal. But we'll talk about the third one because I do have, well, fresh memories of that. It was looped in, Josh Sargent on the volley, finishes it, bottom right, past Matt Ingram. And to be honest, it wasn't Matt Ingram's day today.
And it was really upsetting to hear Carl Darlow chant, even though he hasn't stepped up on it. For me, Matt Ingram, probably his worst performance in the whole shirt, but that is nothing to go by. He's kept 3 clean sheets in the last 3 games, bar this one. He's been brilliant, and I know fans get annoyed when he holds on to the ball, and so did I today. I just don't think it's right to be chanting Carl Darlow whilst he's on the pitch, because that won't do him any good in his confidence. We need to get behind the players, and I think there was portions in the game where if we got behind the players, I think the scoreline could have been a bit different. Now on to the fans, and absolutely incredible to start with. Norwich fans, wow. I mean, for me, I didn't expect it to be that good. A team that's been up and down the Premier League, sometimes you get a few glory supporters, but Norwich are packed out on a Tuesday night. Incredible voice. And I know the drums can be annoying, but to be honest with you, incredible support, an incredible team, and fair play to you. I hope you get the playoffs, because you're a lovely club, you're a friendly club, and I think you deserve to be in the Premier League, and hopefully you stay up that season. We take a look at our next fixture, but before we do that, I've completely forgot to talk about the away fans. Absolutely incredible. Obviously, it did go silent for most of the second half when we went 3-1 down. Well, 2-1 down. It was the 89th minute when Josh Sargent scored. I don't know, we just lacked a bit of desire today, and you could see that in the crowd that they were getting frustrated. But on to the next fixture, and it is another home game, and it will be Preston North End at home next Saturday. Let's get the MKM rocking, because then, that game there, we will get 3 points from. Mark my words, we get behind the players, we're coming home with 3 points, and hopefully a 3-0 win. I'm going to keep this outro short and sweet, because realistically it's about 11 o'clock. I've got all of the editing to do. And then I have to be up for brekkie in the morning, still at the hotel, staying tomorrow night and tonight. It's been a brilliant day, it's been a brilliant week, and I'll see you all on Saturday. Come on the Tigers, and we can reflect on this result, but then again, we don't have to. We're always going to lose one in every couple of games. We just have to get behind the players, and I'll see you on Saturday. Up the Tigers!